Hey gang, today we're going to do a funky Texas blues lick a la Stevie Ray Vaughan meets Cornell Dupree or maybe Reggie Young. RIP all of them now, I guess. Reggie Young just died in January 2019, so that's a bummer. Anyway, this is in over the chords A and D. It's a funky little lick, and I hope you enjoy this one. Hey, as always, if you like this, click the like button, and if you haven't yet, subscribe for a couple of these every week. We'll see you in just a second. All right, gang, let's go over this one note for note. Before we do, why don't you go ahead and download the tab from the link in the description below. It's going to make your life a little bit easier. Now, this lick is over a 2-chord vamp, basically an A7 or an A dominant chord, followed by a D7 or a D dominant chord. All right, so putting it together sounds something like this. Okay, now that we've covered the chords, let's cover the lick itself. Oh, before we do, let's cover the sound. So in order to do the sound of the lick, I'm obviously using an S-style guitar. I'm playing out of the neck pickup, and I've got the gain on my amplifier clocked at around 7.5. Yeah, I'd say about 7.5, so a substantial amount of gain. Equalization is flat, and I've got a little bit of reverb, and that's it. So if you've got an S-style guitar, try that. Play around with the gain a little bit. Your mileage will vary. These Lawler pickups sound great just as is, I think, anyway. If you have different pickups, you might find a different amount of gain is appropriate. Obviously, if you're using humbuckers, you'll want to pull back on the gain. You just get the right amount of breakup. Okay, so that's that. Now, the lick. The lick is sort of Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Over the A7 chord, we're playing straight out of Texas. We're going to play a straight Texas blues type of Stevie Ray Vaughan lick. And, you know, tough sounding, minor pentatonic sounding blues. That's all going to sound, I think, pretty familiar. Over the D7, we're going to play more of a Memphis Stax sort of R&B type of sound, or R&B type of lick. So let's cover them separately, all right? So let's cover the first one. First one's over that A7 chord, and we're just going to play out of the 5th position blues box that most of us probably know. All right, so let's cover that one first. I'm going to try and play it slowly. It's hard to play slowly, I find. All right, so here we go. Try and play it slowly. Okay, that was okay, I suppose. All right, so you'll notice a couple of different things. Number one, this bend right here on the 3rd string, 7th fret, which is a D. That's number one. That happens a lot of times in this. Number two, you probably should have noticed the key thing right here is this one. To me, that has Stevie Ray Vaughan written all over it. I love that sound. And also kind of the rhythm, I think, is, I'm trying to get that Stevie Ray Vaughan. I mean, it's almost impossible to get it exactly, but, you know, he was such a great player. But anyway, that's what I'm trying for. And then the last thing I want you to notice is that I'm playing really hard with my right hand. So there's a lot of like this and playing very, very hard with my right hand. And that has a lot to do with the sound that you're getting. All right? So we put them all together, and let's play it really slowly. And we're going to start out here on the 3rd string, 7th fret, bend that up a whole step. And then we're going to play 5-5 on the 2 and 1 strings, back to the 2nd on the 5th. Now you want to let those ring out and get that perfect Stevie Ray Vaughan sloppiness. Now, I mean no disrespect to Stevie Ray Vaughan on that one. I think it's great how he played it and it all kind of bled together. He got that perfect sound. But anyway, that's what we want to do. We don't want to have it like pristine. Nah, that's no good. We want this. All right? Something more like that anyway. All right, now we get bend up on the first string, 8th fret, whole step, and then the 8th. Give it some vibrato. Okay, and then this. So that's just going 5 on the first, 5 on the second, and then 5, 8, 5 on the first. Let that ring out. All right, so we've got the first half. Here's the back half. Okay, so pretty straightforward this. We're going to play 8, 5 on the second. And now we're going to do our Chuck Berry, but this time we'll play a double stop. So again, up on the 7th on the 3rd string. And then that's strings 1 and 2 on the 5th fret. And now this. Okay, so this is on again on that 3rd string, 7th fret. We're going to bend it up a whole step, pull it down, pull it off, go down to the 4th, back up to the 3rd, and play a double stop, and then trail off. Sounds a lot harder than it actually is. Let me play it slowly as I can. And then that trail off. So that trail off's a little touch that I like putting in. On the 4th string, we're just going to play 7, 5. All right, a little bit putting it all together. All right, you'll notice it's critical to play those hard. All right, let's move on to the D7 lick. All right, so the D7 lick is all sixths. So sixths are notes that are six scale degrees apart from each other. Okay, so we're going to start out with this one way up here, and we're outlining a D chord here actually. So we're going to play. Okay, so basically that's the whole thing. We're going to come up here, and this is all played on the 4th and 2nd string. So let's just kind of name those out in terms of the frets. So we're playing 16, 15, 16 on the 4th, 15 on the 2nd, and we're going to slide up into that. Okay, now 14, 13, now 12, 12, now 10, 10. So the first part's very straightforward. Okay, and now we're going to slide back up to the 12th and play 12, 12, 10, 10, okay, 9, 8, and then just trail off to this one. Now we're not going to play a double stop, and we're just going to play on the 2nd string, 7th fret, which is the 3rd of that 7th chord, right? Putting it all together sounds something like this. All right, so that's pretty much it. Oh, I should say on these sixths, you'll notice I'm playing with my pick on the 4th string and my middle finger I'm plucking up on the 2nd. All right, gang, there you have it. A Texas-style funky blues lick a la Stevie Ray Vaughan meets Cornell Dupree or meets Reggie Young. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this one as much as I did. We'll see you on down the road.